Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the top 10 health benefits and uses of castor oil. Our first and probably most famous use of castor oil is as a natural laxative. In fact, castor oil is FDA approved as a stimulant laxative for occasional constipation. When you ingest castor oil, it's broken down in your gut into ricinoleic acid, which stimulates the intestines and helps get things moving. This can provide relief by increasing muscle contractions that push stool through the intestines. Castor oil works fairly quickly. Typically, a bowel movement can occur within 6 to 12 hours after taking it. It's been used not only for simple constipation, but even historically to help prep the bowels before medical procedures like colonoscopies. But beware, a little goes a long way. Taking too much castor oil can lead to intense cramps and diarrhea. Short-term use might be okay for quick relief, but overusing it can actually backfire by causing chronic constipation or dehydration. Doctors today usually recommend gentler alternatives like fiber supplements or senna for regular use. So if you're feeling backed up, use castor oil sparingly and talk to a healthcare provider if constipation is a recurring issue. Next up is a use you may have heard your grandma or TikTok talk about, using castor oil to induce labor. This is an old traditional remedy. Some midwives or mums-to-be have tried drinking castor oil late in pregnancy to kickstart contractions. Does it work? Well, the evidence is mixed. One observational study found that women around 40+ weeks pregnant who took a castor oil cocktail were more likely to go into labor within 24 hours compared to those who didn't. Another study, however, found no significant difference. Some mums took castor oil and it didn't speed things up at all. In short, it might help sometimes, but it's not guaranteed. Importantly, doctors urge caution with this use. Castor oil triggers muscle contractions in general. That includes intestinal cramps and potentially uterine contractions. But it also often causes a nasty upset stomach as a side effect. Imagine being in labor and dealing with diarrhea and vomiting. No thanks. More seriously, some reports connect castor oil with overly strong, rapid contractions and decreased blood flow to the baby, which can be risky. Bottom line, never try to induce labor with castor oil unless your healthcare provider explicitly recommends it. There are no surefire natural ways to induce labor, and it's best for baby to come on their own schedule or under medical guidance. This is one castor oil use where you definitely want to err on the side of caution. If you're into natural skincare, you'll be happy to hear castor oil is a great moisturizer. It's rich in ricinoleic acid, a monounsaturated fatty acid that acts as a humectant, meaning it helps lock moisture into the skin. Castor oil basically forms a protective barrier on your skin, preventing water loss and keeping your skin hydrated and soft. Many people use it to soothe dry, flaky patches on elbows, knees, or heels. It's also found in some store-bought lotions, lip balms. The American Academy of Dermatology even recommends castor oil for chapped lips in its guidelines, and cosmetics as a natural emollient. One big plus is that pure castor oil contains no fragrances or preservatives, so it can be a good option for those with sensitive skin who want to avoid additives. However, natural doesn't always equal allergy-free. Some folks are allergic to castor oil or may get irritation from it. In fact, dermatologists note that applying pure castor oil can occasionally cause contact dermatitis, which is a red, itchy rash in susceptible people. To stay safe, always do a patch test on a small area of skin before slathering it everywhere. And because castor oil is so thick, many users like to dilute it with a lighter carrier oil like coconut or almond oil for easier application. This also helps if you find it too sticky on its own. Overall, when used properly, castor oil can be a deeply moisturizing natural skin conditioner. Just use it sparingly and listen to your skin's response. Did you know castor oil might help wounds heal faster? It sounds a little strange, but this oil has actually made its way into medical ointments for wound care. For example, there's a product called Venelex ointment, which is used in clinical settings and combines castor oil with Peru balsam to treat skin ulcers and wounds. Castor oil helps by creating a moist environment for the injury, which stops it from drying out and forming hard scabs. And as you might know, a moist wound environment is known to promote better healing. Additionally, castor oil's main component, retinoleic acid, has been shown to reduce inflammation and pain locally, which can further support the healing process. In fact, a scientific study on animals found that retinoleic acid sped up wound healing in rats, likely due to its anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving effects. Of course, this doesn't mean you should pour castor oil on any cut you get. Most of the time, castor oil for wounds is used in prepared balms or ointments, mixed with other ingredients rather than by itself. If you have a minor scratch or burn, a bit of castor oil ointment might help keep it moisturized and even stave off infection. Thanks to castor oil's antimicrobial properties, which we'll talk about next. But for any serious or deep wounds, you should definitely consult a healthcare professional before trying any DIY treatments. And remember, if you use castor oil topically, make sure the area is clean, since you don't want to seal in dirt or bacteria. When used appropriately, castor oil can be a gentle ally in helping your skin mend. Castor oil isn't just a moisturizer, it also has some pretty impressive antimicrobial talents. Studies show that castor oil can help fight off bacteria and fungi. One striking example is denture care. People who wear dentures can get a mouth infection called denture stomatitis, which is often caused by an overgrowth of Candida yeast, a type of fungus on the dentures. Believe it or not, cleaning dentures with castor oil has been found to kill Candida and other bacteria, reducing the risk of that painful mouth infection. Researchers have observed that castor oil was effective in disinfecting dentures and preventing fungal overgrowth in the mouth. Pretty cool for a simple plant oil. Beyond dentures, castor oil's antimicrobial properties make it a popular home remedy for minor skin infections or fungal issues. For instance, some people apply it to athlete's foot or ringworm. These are common fungal infections because it may inhibit fungal growth. Castor plant extracts have shown significant antifungal activity in studies. Others use it on small cuts or bug bites, as the antibacterial effect could help prevent infection while the oil keeps the area moist. In fact, the potassium salt of ricinoleic acid, which is derived from castor oil, has been noted to control infection and promote healing in wounds. Keep in mind, these uses are mostly supportive. If you have a serious infection, you'll still need proper medical treatment, but as a gentle antiseptic layer on a minor issue, castor oil can lend a hand. Always clean the area first, and for extra effect, consider mixing the oil with an antifungal carrier, like coconut oil. Castor oil to the rescue for achy joints? Possibly. Anti-inflammatory properties are a big part of castor oil's claim to fame. The key component, ricinoleic acid, has been shown to reduce inflammation in studies, which suggests it could help relieve pain related to inflammation, like arthritis pain or muscle soreness. In traditional medicine, especially in Ayurvedic practices in India, castor oil has long been used as a massage oil for arthritis and back pain. Now modern research is giving this some backing. One clinical study looked at patients with knee osteoarthritis, a common joint condition. They gave one group castor oil capsules, about 0.9 milliliters 3 times a day, and another group a standard anti-inflammatory drug, diclofenac, for 4 weeks. The result? Both groups had significant pain relief in their knees by the end. In the castor oil group, a whopping 92% of people reported their arthritis pain improved, which was virtually as good as the 90% relief rate in the drug group. Perhaps even more impressive, the castor oil users had no significant side effects, whereas the conventional medicine caused mild gastritis in some patients. That suggests castor oil, taken in capsule form, might be a safe, natural option to ease arthritis pain. Another study explored topical use for joint pain. People with painful knees massaged castor oil onto the knee daily for 2 weeks, and they saw reductions in pain and swelling too. So whether taken orally in moderation or applied on the skin, castor oil's anti-inflammatory punch can provide comfort for sore joints. Many folks at home use castor oil packs, essentially soaking a cloth in castor oil, placing it on a sore joint or muscle and adding heat, as a soothing therapy for arthritis or even menstrual cramps. It's not a magic cure, but it can complement other treatments. As always, if you have severe pain, get a proper diagnosis. And if you take castor oil by mouth for pain, do it only short-term and consult a doctor about the appropriate dosage. Pain relief without popping another pill. Now that's something to smile about. Castor oil has a huge reputation in the beauty world as a hair savior. Many people swear by castor oil hair treatments to make their hair grow faster, thicker and shinier. Let's separate fact from fiction here. On the plus side, castor oil is very thick and rich, so when you apply it to hair, it can coat each strand and seal in moisture. This can indeed make your hair look shiny and feel softer, and it may help prevent breakage or split ends by lubricating the hair shaft. If you have a dry, flaky scalp, the oil's antifungal and anti-inflammatory properties might also help calm itchiness or dandruff a little. Some dandruff shampoos even include castor oil as an ingredient. However, we have to burst the bubble on one popular claim. There's no scientific evidence that castor oil can make your hair grow faster or thicker. Dermatologists and research agree that while your hair may appear fuller after an oil treatment, simply because the hair is coated and smoother, castor oil isn't a proven hair growth tonic. In fact, if overused, it could do more harm than good. Applying a lot of heavy oil can clog pores on your scalp and cause irritation or acne around the hairline. Even more shocking, there's a rare condition called acute hair felting, where hair becomes a hard, tangled mass that can't be untangled, and it's been linked to using castor oil in a few cases. Yikes, basically the hair turns into one giant dreadlock that sometimes has to be cut off. So, here's the takeaway. Feel free to use castor oil as a hair conditioner or for a nice scalp massage if you're dealing with dryness. Just remember, maybe do it once or twice a week, not every day. And really, just a small amount is all you need. Just a few drops can go a long way. Now, if you're aiming for hair growth or tackling serious dandruff, you might find better results with other proven ingredients. For instance, some research suggests rosemary oil for growth or medicated shampoos for dandruff. But castor oil can definitely be part of a healthy hair routine for its moisturizing benefits. Just keep those expectations in check. It's a conditioner, not a miracle grow potion. And of course, keep an eye on how your scalp and hair respond. Healthy, shiny hair is totally achievable, just maybe not overnight. Using oil to fight acne? It might sound a bit odd, but castor oil could help calm those pesky blemishes for some people. Acne is often made worse by inflammation and bacteria on the skin. Castor oil naturally has anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties, which means it can reduce redness and swelling and also tackle those acne-causing bacteria, like Propionibacterium acnes on the skin. Unlike those harsh, over-the-counter acne products, which often contain benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid and can leave your skin super dry and flaky, castor oil is gentle and won't strip your skin's moisture. In fact, the fatty acids in castor oil might help dissolve excess oils, dirt and dead skin when used as a cleanser, almost like the popular oil cleansing method many people use. By keeping the skin moist and supple, it can help maintain the skin's barrier and potentially prevent the overproduction of sebum, our natural oil, that happens when skin gets too dry. So, there are some small studies and honestly a lot of anecdotal reports suggesting that dabbing a bit of castor oil on a pimple can reduce its size by the next day, thanks to that inflammation-fighting action. Also, castor oil contains ricinoleic acid, which in lab tests has shown activity against bacteria and even some fungi on skin. This might help keep pores clearer, however, everyone's skin is different. For some people, castor oil might be too heavy and could clog pores, especially if used in excess. It's a thick oil after all. So if you want to try it for acne, use only a small amount, maybe mixed into your moisturizer or just as a spot treatment at night, and always wash it off thoroughly, since leaving any thick oil on acne-prone skin for too long could trap other debris. If your acne is moderate to severe, it's wise to consult a dermatologist for a comprehensive treatment plan. Think of castor oil as one tool in the toolkit for mild acne or inflamed skin rather than a cure-all. And of course, if you notice your skin getting worse, discontinue and try something else. Ever heard that castor oil can give you thicker eyebrows or longer lashes? This is another super popular beauty hack. People often apply a tiny bit of castor oil to their brows and lash lines at night as a natural conditioner. The idea is similar to hair care. The oil moisturizes the hairs and the skin underneath, potentially preventing breakage and giving the appearance of fuller brows or lashes. When the hairs are well coated, they can look a bit darker and glossier, which might make sparse areas seem less noticeable. Many have reported that over time their eyebrows look healthier and their lashes seem stronger thanks to regular castor oil use. It's a staple in many DIY beauty routines. Now, as far as scientific evidence goes, we have to be honest. There's no proven effect that castor oil can actually spur new hair growth for brows or eyelashes. Similar to scalp hair, it may help the existing hairs stay moisturized and not fall out as easily, which in turn could keep your brows and lashes fuller. But it's not going to miraculously sprout new hairs in spots that are bare. Still, if you enjoy a natural conditioning treatment, castor oil is inexpensive and easy to use for this purpose. Just be extremely careful when applying it around your eyes. Use a clean eyeliner brush or mascara wand and only a drop of oil so it doesn't drip into your eyes. If it does get in your eye, it can cause irritation, redness, and blurred vision. Essentially, your eye saying no thank you. In summary, castor oil can condition and pamper your lashes and brows, possibly making them appear a bit thicker over time, but manage your expectations. It's more of a conditioning cosmetic effect than a true growth stimulant, as current research doesn't back actual hair growth in these areas. Your eyebrow game may still benefit from a little castor oil love. Just use it safely. Beyond the well-known uses we've listed, castor oil pops up in all kinds of traditional remedies and internet health tips. You might hear claims like, castor oil packs on your belly can detox your liver, or rubbing castor oil on joints can cure arthritis, or even it can dissolve cysts and tumors. Let's break this down. The truth is, most of these uses are not supported by solid scientific evidence. For instance, despite anecdotal reports, there is no scientific proof that castor oil packs truly detox your body or cure internal ailments. Our bodies, thanks to the liver, kidneys and so on, handle detoxing quite well on their own. The claims that castor oil can break up tumors or fix serious conditions are false and, honestly, potentially dangerous. No home remedy can do that. Using castor oil in your eyes is also not recommended. Ophthalmologists warn it can cause irritation or even chemical burns on the eye surface. That said, some traditional uses have kernels of truth. For example, a warm castor oil pack might indeed soothe menstrual cramps or muscle pain, simply because warmth and moisture relax tissues. The castor oil itself isn't a magic ingredient there. A hot compress of any kind helps cramps. And castor oil's anti-inflammatory nature, as we discussed earlier, could explain why people felt it helped various aches or skin issues. But it's, important to approach these claims with healthy skepticism. So, while castor oil has a rich history as a catch-all remedy, always research and consider the science before trying it for an off-label use. If you come across a claim like castor oil cured my blank, see if there's research behind it. When in doubt, consult a healthcare professional, especially for serious health concerns. Castor oil is a wonderful natural product, but it's not a cure-all. Use it wisely and it can be part of a healthy lifestyle toolbox. Just don't let the internet convince you it's a miracle. We've covered a lot of ground, so let's recap some important precautions when using castor oil. Despite its many uses, castor oil needs to be used safely. So, let's talk precautions for castor oil. First off, if you're thinking about ingesting castor oil, only take it internally in small doses, usually between 1 and 4 tablespoons for adults, or as your doctor directs. Never go over the recommended amount, because taking too much can actually lead to an overdose. That means you could experience severe cramping, diarrhea, dizziness, nausea, or even fainting. If you start to feel worse after taking castor oil, definitely seek medical attention. Now, if you're pregnant or think you might be, do not use castor oil unless your doctor specifically tells you to, like for inducing labor at term. Castor oil can stimulate uterine contractions and could potentially cause premature labor, so it's really off limits during pregnancy unless you're under medical supervision. For those with digestive conditions, avoid using castor oil as a laxative if you have serious gut issues like appendicitis, inflammatory bowel disease, bowel obstruction, or even just abdominal pain of unknown cause. Its strong purgative effect could make things worse or mess with proper treatment. If you're taking any medications, blood thinners, diuretics, antibiotics for example, make sure to check with your doctor or pharmacist before using castor oil internally. It can interact with these meds or add unwanted effects like extra dehydration if you're already on a diuretic. When it comes to topical use, always remember to patch test first. Just apply a small drop on your inner arm and wait about 24 hours to see if there's any redness or itching. If you pass the test, you're probably not allergic, but if you develop a rash, don't use it on your skin. Oh, and keep castor oil away from your eyes unless you're using a doctor-recommended eye drop that contains it. Putting pure castor oil directly in your eyes can cause burning, irritation, and blurred vision. And finally, about children and pets. Castor oil is sometimes given to kids in old home remedies, but you really need to be super cautious. Always consult a pediatrician before giving castor oil to a child, since they can dehydrate quickly from diarrhea. And of course, keep castor oil out of reach of children. It's definitely not a candy. So in short, just remember to use castor oil responsibly, mostly for external benefits, and only use it internally with a lot of care. When you're not sure, treat it like a strong herbal supplement. It's natural, but also pretty potent. There you have it, the top 10 health benefits and uses of castor oil. We've seen that castor oil can be a powerful natural remedy. It can help relieve constipation, moisturize and heal your skin, tame inflammation, and even support your beauty routines for hair, brows, and lashes. All of that thanks to a humble oil from the castor bean plant. But we've also learned that it's not some magic cure-all, and honestly, some of the claims out there are just exaggerated or not really backed by science. The key really is to use castor oil smartly and safely in the right amount for the right purpose, and always with proper precautions. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who's curious about natural remedies. Have you used castor oil for any of these benefits? Or maybe you have your own tips or experiences? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your stories, and I'm sure others do too. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based health and wellness topics. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye for now.